WJBW is made possible by sausage. Stick one in your mouth.
I hear a little bit of feedback in the mic.
These charges are not mine.
Hey, welcome to the JBW Web DBWDD.com or RevRevShow.com. Oh, yes! Fucking asinine.
Can you give me a massage? I love you.
Holla at you. Ow! Ooh, girl.
Seriously.
Hello, Papa.
Some shit like that. You gotta do the Rocky Mountain Ride.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck with. Boy. Ain't everybody getting Rocky Mountain Ride?
All right, there we go. Welcome back. WJBW Network's proud to present the JB Rev Show every week. We make sure we're honoring people for the badass shit that they do, the hard work that they do. And this week, we got a little bit of a mixed bag. We have a great call set up with talented DJ and entrepreneur and artist over there in Berlin, Germany, Marcel Michner. You may know him as the Jazzmanian Devil, the Marcel, the funky marsupial. But we're going to get and talk with him kind of right out of the gate, and then we're going to kind of dedicate the rest of this episode to our good buddy Jim Jackson. Recently passed away. Want to keep a super positive spin because Jim was a super fucking positive guy. So we got calls with Luke McHenry, 7:45, 8 o'clock, Joseph Martins, and then Dirt McCoy, who's out there at Austin's Coffee House in Winter Park. But right now, I think we got him. Do we have him? Oh, we've got him. All right, he is on the line. It is Marcel Michner over there in Germany. How the hell you doing, brother? I love that. I'm so glad to hear from you. How the hell are you?
Oh, I'm good. Cold, but good.
Is it cold there? Is cold there now?
It's freezing, man.
Oh, man.
It's like...
What, is it the winter the same time as it's winter over here in Germany?
Yeah. I mean,
same kind of
thing? Here it's cold in Florida as well, which...
Yeah. We're just getting through our 30s, so we're happy. It's done.
Yeah, we just pretty much started getting really cold now, though. You know, it was a late winter here.
Yeah, well,
this
good.
Year.
So you're keeping creative. A lot of people may remember you from like the Sodo days, the downtown. What was that place called? Old.
What's it called? Old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great vibe there. You provide some great music there. But are you still doing the DJ thing? And I know you're real talented on the side of Audio Latte. You put out some really cool shirts and stuff. And so you're always doing something. So I'd be eager to catch up.
I'm actually doing a new line too. But we'll talk about it in a while.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing some new. I'm doing the Audio Latte thing, but I kind of expanded the brand a bit, and I'm trying to go into clothing as well. So this is the next step, but that's something in the near future.
Yeah, get to
that's
that.
kind of why I'm coming back to Florida soon.
Oh, cool.
To try to get that going.
Oh, good. Well, it'd be great to have you back.
I got a question. What brought you to Berlin?
Well, to be honest, I came here. I had a buddy. I lived in the Cayman Islands for altogether probably 8 years, and I had a buddy there, and he was a big DJ. Now he's a big producer here. And basically, when I came to visit 2 years ago, and while I was visiting Bavaria, which is another part of part of Germany, he told me to come down and hang out with him. So I came down. And I pretty much I was in Berlin for 2 days, and that was enough for me to be like, yeah, I'm just moving there.
Oh, damn. So what's it like? What's it like there?
Well, yeah. What was it about it that made you say, damn it, I want to live here forever?
Oh, man, the city is so vibrant. It's just so, what's the word I'm looking for? It's so,
international party city?
Exuberant.
Yeah, but it just has a pulse, you know? Like, it's just always something going on. Like, one minute you're walking down the road, you could pretty much just buy beers and walk anywhere. So everyone's just drinking your beer, drinking your beer on the train. You know, you can actually just
that sounds good.
go and sit on a river where there's always music. There's always a DJ everywhere. and it's just especially summer. I mean, if I came in winter, I probably wouldn't have moved here.
Yeah, but you were DJing out and around in different places, right? So tell us maybe a little bit about the adventures of doing that. What are some of the cool places that you're hanging out with or trying to get into?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's been fun. I mean, it was hard to break in here, you know. It's but now it's like I have a lot of really good gigs. Like for instance, I was doing one gig in an abandoned airport. Apparently, it was Hitler's old war airport. It was called Tempelhof Airfield.
What?
And basically, they turned it into like just a place to ride bikes and hang out and skateboard on the actual track.
Okay.
So this guy I met, he opened up a miniature golf course, like an art golf course, where there's local artists from around Berlin that make the different courses.
Okay.
So basically, I approached him with this idea to do like an open air DJ miniature golf thing, and that kind of went over really well.
Wow.
So that was my first gig playing here, and I was doing that for a long time. And I still do that only summer though. They close it. And then other gigs I've done here is basically I just look for the more kind of groovy type of places, where you can actually get away with doing different stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say the whole techno scene here is already covered pretty well. So I don't really want to try to even go into that area. So I try to do more like the stuff I played in Orlando, more funk soul, and
funk
get a little more creative with the
right.
Just get a bit more creative with the stuff.
I'm sure that's very welcome there.
I
said I'm sure that's very welcomed there.
Yeah, and that's what I love about it. There's it's pretty much a scene for everyone here.
Wow, that's
like there's like I mean, but for instance, I play this place called Villa Nikon. It's in a city called Nikon here, or in a town, Nikon, and it's basically a big like swing club, where you swing music like from the 40s.
Oh, not
and 30s
swinging. Okay, I thought you meant swinging. Okay, all right.
Yeah, no.
Dance, swing
well,
dance. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, that one's on me. Sorry about that. Okay, that one's on me. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. So
okay.
I go in there and it's like literally everyone's dressed up like the 40s, and they're just swing dancing, and there's like big bands playing music and stuff like. So sometimes I play there and I play more some real swing like from the time and some of the newer electro swing. Which is cool, and they're dancing. So it's basically, it looks like a vintage swing bar from back in the 40s.
That's cool. That's
yeah,
cool. Speaking with Marcel Michner on the line with us out of Berlin, Germany. So grateful to be able to get the call connected again. We're using Facebook as our call bridge, so thank you, Facebook, for having a superlative interglobal. Listen to me. Wow. A global call bridge. Anyway, Marcel, dude, we're a little bit short on time. We've had a little bit of the hiccup, so I want to make sure we kind of hit all of the things with you. You mentioned you were coming back to Florida in a little while. What's going on there? Are you kind of stopping through, or?
Well, just for I'm coming back just to try to secure some places. Just to try to get my clothing line off. Trying to. Okay. Check out some stores and pretty much fabric and things like that. But yeah, I'm coming back to Berlin right after.
Oh, nice.
But I'll be there for like a month.
Okay, great. Yeah. So you're kind of coming over here, restoking, relationships you have, and also kind of looking out there for people that might be willing to carry your badass clothing, which again, if they want to go check that out, it's audiolatte.com. And you spell it just like audio and latte and .com. So that's not too hard to figure out. But you do have some cool stuff that you do through that site. And I know also your music mixes. We're going to rebroadcast one of your mixes on the Circadian Cast this week, and it's just like you're saying, that more groovy kind of 60s lounge feel. But if people want to get into your music, is the best way for them to go through audiolatte.com?
Oh, yeah. So, there's a link to my music page right through that on the actual title page. So,
well, very cool.
You can basically just link to my SoundCloud and Mixcloud page from there.
Well, give us, we got about 4 minutes left, so give us a little sense of, again, kind of the, you were describing some of the clubs there to me. You have mentioned a building where the DJ booth goes from floor to floor.
Oh, yeah, so there's a bar called Sonar, and basically one floor is like a dining floor, and the next floor is a lounge. and the he's stationed on the dining floor, and then when that floor starts to get empty, the whole booth goes up to the the lounge floor. You know, it's really cool. It's like overlooking the city, 17 stories above it. You know,
Sounds
and
beautiful.
Just really funky place. But that's just one of the things here. I mean, there's just so much creative concepts for parties here, and it's all about the parties, man. I mean, it's like
they go
hours,
all into the night.
Yeah.
All day long, all night long. Give it up.
This is a place called Renata, and it literally starts from, Thursday night until Monday morning.
Wow.
And the parties go straight through. Yeah.
Oh my god. Wow.
Yeah, it's insane.
So you love. So it's kind of a prime time scenario for DJs in the sense that, hey, there's a lot of gigs going on all the time. But you said techno and
for
shit.
DJs and producers.
Oh, see, that's awesome. Talk about the group that you were working with over there. What was the name of that group you work with?
Well, actually, I didn't get the name. So what happened was I played at this other place called Amano, and it's really nice. It's like a bar lounge, it's like in a hotel group. They're called the Amano Group, and they have different types of hotels, like really funky, loud, crazy hotels. Even the hotels here were crazy. But this one, it was just a band that was actually playing earlier, and it was a saxophone player, which was from France, and there was a singer, which I think 2 of them are from America, and the other 2 was from France and somewhere else.
Okay.
And basically they came in and asked me to perform with me while I was DJing.
Oh, see,
and
that's cool.
Yeah, that turned out
like the
pretty
fusion,
insane.
like the old Fat and Jazzy days. Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, it was crazy. They were dancing on top of the desk. He was playing the sax player was phenomenal. Like, it's literally the best sax player I've ever heard. And he was completely just integrated into my music. It was like I had to stop and just with my mouth wide open, blown away.
Yeah,
I'm like, wow.
like it's all connecting. How the hell is that?
Yeah.
And that's beautiful when that comes
But it's
together.
so good that the actual bar, you're thinking about trying to bring it down and doing a real, event around that.
Yeah.
So now we're working on it where I want to get cameras in so I can get an actual
awesome.
live, thing
There
going.
you go. And big ups. And we love Germany. We love Germany, by the way. The new Germany. Or wait, is it going to be another country? What were they saying they were going to do over there? Is Angela Merkel? That is the...
Oh, Merkel, yeah.
Yeah. What kind of sentiment? Do they have like a splintered view of her over there? Or is it the same kind of thing as a president?
Yeah, they all hate her. They all hate her? Nice if you ask me. I mean...
Oh, my God.
Everyone here, is always complaining about her.
Okay.
But from what I've seen, she seemed like super cool. And, I mean, the country's like a well-oiled machine. So, I mean, she's doing something right.
Well, and the fact that you can complain about your leader is a good sign.
Exactly.
Put a little bow on that and walk over here. We're talking with Marcel Michener, audiolatte.com. You're a badass dude. I love the fact that you're, you were over here and had a unique vibe, and you're over there and you're still you and you're doing that. And now I love the story of the Jazzmanian Devil. We got a couple minutes if you want to go into that, and we'll kind of close with that. Make sure people go to audiolatte.com. But give us a sense of it, because you were over here. You're Marcel the Funky Marsupial, I think.
Oh, yeah. So here I'm actually, I always stick in the marsupial family.
Yeah.
So basically, I've been going by the Kinky Koala since I've been here this whole time.
Okay.
So I was playing another this other bar, Mein Haus am See, for a while. And what happened is the way they have the lineups of the performances, they have they promote for each person.
Gunther is always first,
Yeah. So anyway, I'm used to being on a flyer with a bunch of DJs. So the party starts late, it would be Saturday at 10. But this is, it goes Saturday at 10, but then it's if you go on at 3, it's Sunday morning. And I kind of messed that up.
Oh, shit.
I thought it was still the night before.
Oh, no.
So I never showed up, and I was actually the headliner for the night. And anyway, that didn't go over well. I couldn't hear back from him. I tried to apologize. No one replied to me.
Damn.
So I went home and I really don't want to get back because it was a great venue to play. So that's when I came up with the Jazzmanian Devil, new alias.
Okay, Jazzmanian Devil. So you had to change your name because the marsupial one got all jacked up, or koala got a little jacked up.
I went and I got away with it. I couldn't believe it. I went and actually got better spots.
See,
DJ, and I mean, I sent it in, and,
Devil. That is a cool ass name.
Even noticed.
My DJ name is DJ Wawa. No, I'm like the music that play at Wawa while you're pumping gas. Oh, anyway, all right. So there you go. Little self-deprecation never hurt nobody. That's what it's called. It does hurt you. If it hurts, it's not deprecating. Anyway, it's not just helping enough. On the line with Marcel Michener, man. You rock, brother. Really appreciate the fact you were able to call us again from Berlin. It's like 1:30 in the morning, almost 2 a.m. there, I guess, now. So, again, appreciate
It's
you.
early for Berlin.
Yeah, there you go.
About time to
the
go out.
Party's just getting started. You go out at 2 a.m. in Berlin. All right, rock the house. Well, we're going to bust out of this call with you. Love you. Appreciate you so much. Can't wait to see you when you're over here.
Rock the house.
I'm going to stop in to see you guys.
Yeah,
soon.
no doubt. When you are in town, you better see us, man. All right, you rock. That's Marcel Michener
Thank you.
on the line, fresh out of Berlin, Germany, which, again, that's quite a feat that we got that call through, which I'm so happy with.
Yeah, man.
We're going to queue up a call here with Luke McHenry. This is Nursery with Butterfly Tattoo, the JB Rev Show.
Yes,
WJBW.
The electronics are so predominant that people would really prefer that.
All right. We're back. It's the JB Rev Show. We're going to take this into the second part of the show tonight. We lost a really good friend over this past weekend, Jim Jackson. And
it's a tragic loss to the community, but in the spirit of Jim, we really want to keep things
keep
rock
it up.
solid. This
Rockin'.
is our hashtag Torchbearers
That's
edition.
right.
And
So-
Jim was everything that it kind of embodied, this positive sensation of life and this wonderment. And, that really came through in the detail of his art, the very intricacies that he would produce through fine oil paintings, I will say. And you know what?
Yeah.
Tonight we're talking with a few very close friends of Jim and close friends of ours as well. We're honored to have Mr. Luke McHenry on the line. Thank you, brother. How the hell are you doing? Welcome to the call, the JB Rev Show. It's Luke McHenry on the damn line. Are we coming through? Hello? Copy.
Yeah, man, I'm hearing you. Hey.
Copy.
Hey.
Over. What's up, brother? It's been a while. It's been a while since you've been in studio, man.
Yeah, it has been. It's been a few years.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me, man. Any chance I get to honor our brother Jim Jackson, bro. He was something special. He was something special to the community, and he was something special to me. He literally gave me the shirt off his back on many occasions and dropped everything he was doing to show me some love and support. And any chance I can get to honor him right now, man, I'm glad to be here.
No doubt. Did you have a chance? Did you go up to the Hideaway the other night, by any chance?
I did, man. I did. I popped in Sunday night. I popped in Sunday night and got to share some love and some hugs. There's a lot of the close mutual friends, inner circles, and
Right.
I mean, it was somber, but we all had a chance to make. We all ended up laughing, telling our Jim Jackson stories and sharing our Jim Jackson paintings. And,
Hey, what are you in a warehouse? What's all that background noise? Are we on speakerphone?
yeah, you're on speakerphone. Is that bad?
Yeah, that's
Oh, my
bad.
hold on.
Yeah.
It sounds like we're in a Costco or something. Give me that
there
palette.
you go.
Okay, my bad. How about that?
Oh
Is
my
that
God,
better?
that's so much better.
Yeah.
Oh,
We should always start off because I
I
normally
still
do that.
want that fucking pallet of tuna though. If you can get it for us. that tuna there is so
Sorry about that.
delicious. Anyway,
Yeah,
oh my
much
God.
better.
Okay,
Wow.
so much more intimate. Yeah. Hashtag Torchbearers edition. The latter half of this episode dedicated to Jim Jackson, the artist, respected artist in his own right. On the line, Luke McHenry. We were just chatting a little bit about Jim and how he had that real jovial kind of sensibility and attitude. And man, you were saying he'll give you a shirt off his back, and he did do that. And for you kind of had the case in point example. That guy, he really kind of took you under his wing.
He did. I was very fortunate to have Jim Jackson in his process, and he walked me along, and my art style improved 10 times fold on just his tutelage. But I mean, more importantly, he was my friend, and he was a very loving friend. Just blessed in so many ways to have been a part of his life.
Yeah, no doubt.
Right.
No doubt. So, obviously the news took everybody by surprise. It was kind of the afternoon, Sunday evening or whatever. And, I'm scrolling on Facebook and I'm like, what the hell? So in talking to that, we were talking a little bit, and I think it's important to note about the overwhelming love and response that Orlando has shown, with the recent loss. And unfortunately, we're all too accustomed of losing our legendary, homegrown, iconic figures.
Yeah, we've lost a few of them the past couple of years, haven't we?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been tough.
It has. Matter of fact, I gloriously went to Morton Steele's funeral with Jim Jackson. It was the thing that Jim and I shared together was our grieving process of our friend Morton Steele.
Yeah.
So, it's really sad. It's sad for me to lose him as well, and it's getting a little haunting to me, actually.
Yeah, what the hell's going on? Yeah, yeah. And it's not that, Orlando has been a tight-knit community and a real positive community with the arts and the music, for sure, and we've documented that over time. Oh, Shannon Holt's here.
Oh, okay.
Shannon Holt just came
Shannon.
over. Okay, she's going to be coming up. All right, a little bit later. Okay, so... anyway, we're on the line with Luke McHenry, and dude, you know what? Again, I love is the fact that you know when you talk about Jim Jackson, you said like everybody's got their own Jim Jackson story, and what we try to do here, you know, with Morgan, we kind of posthumously awarded him our local legend. Jim was in studio here, you know, so and he told us crazy stories on air. So, do you? What's like one of the craziest? And I mean, you could bleep out, censor yourself if you want, but you know, we're uncensored here, so we put it all out there. But do you have a crazy recent story to kind of go on the upspin? And then we want to talk about, you're going out to Austin's tonight. They're doing kind of a memorial out there led by Dirt McCoy. We're going to talk with him a little after 8. And then we're going to open the phone lines at 8:30. So I got a lot of people. Jeff Rowe Rapp is up there right at 8:30. He definitely wants to call us and give us a little piece of Jim. So you give us a little piece of Jim as well.
Man, I tell you what, you know, there's a ton of party stories with Jim, man. But the best moments I had with Jim were him and I. I was fortunate, man. Jim and I were roommates for a little bit. He welcomed me into his home, and just how silly this man could be. I mean, you know, he's a cool guy, he's a rock star, he's this, you know, awesome painter. But man, he was just a silly dude, and he would just get this like manic, overwhelming, freaking like hysteria about him. Just thrilled to be in the presence of the people that he loved. And I wish I could find it. I got this really just picture. Like he was just so excited. I can't even remember what it was. It was probably just something mundane that was part of his charm. But he like, you know, he ran around the house and ended up like standing on his head. And his words exactly like, you know, you're so freaking cool, I can't freaking stand it. And literally, and you know, so I got this silly picture of him standing on his head. Yeah, like I said, we all got our like party stories about him, man. But just like the moments of hanging out with him, or him just pulling up in his truck, listening to Biggie Smalls is real loud, and just him getting into it, just being Jim Jackson, being a living cartoon character, just rampaging through this city, man. He was just a wonderful person to be around, wonderful energy.
Absolutely, man.
No doubt about that. And Luke, I guess the last time we spoke with you, you were still doing the rickshaw.
I was. That was years ago already.
Yeah, leaps and bounds. Yeah,
it's been a while.
What are you doing now? Are you still keeping your kind of art, you know, going?
I am. I'm still painting, still doing that stuff, but I also got a new business venture where I'm doing this marbling technique called e-brew, and it's where I float paints on top of like a thickened water, and I create like marbling designs. And I typically I use silk, but I'll apply these designs to silk scarves and fabrics, and I've been hitting up live events with that, and you know, just kind of change the course direction a little bit, but you know, applying my love of aesthetics and color and making pretty stuff. And
it sounds really cool.
You know, shifting gears a little bit.
Yeah, so it's not like a mosaic; it's kind of like a cracked ceramic kind of a look or effect that it sounds like you're describing, or.
Yeah, well, I guess where you typically would see this marbling technique would be like in like the on the inside covers of books, like old books and stuff like that. They would use this technique to kind of decorate and make ornate paper to line books with. If you could, you know, e-brew art, or you know, silk marbling or marbling art.
Silk marbling.
You know, those
wow.
Yeah, those kind of searches would probably turn up the turn up the technique.
Wow. Hey,
that's cool.
Didn't you post the picture that Jim did of the gaping vagina? Did you post that?
I did post that. I posted it on my Facebook page.
Yeah. That's what's the story behind that?
The story behind that is back in I want to say 2005 or 2006. Susan Elizabeth, who had actually introduced me to Jim Jackson, she used to do kind of a parody art show on Lewd Night. She called it Lewd Night, and if anybody met Susan Elizabeth ever in their life, they don't understand how she's the perfect woman to put on such an art show.
Right.
And Jim's painting for that was this big, beautiful freaking beautifully done oil painting, but it's of a big gaping vagina. It's like a fist just come right out of it, big glistening butthole. It's quite fantastic and awe-inspiring. And I've always been really he gave it to me, or he would trade it. I gave him a picture that I had painted. And I've always cherished this painting, but now I've got a 9-year-old daughter, so I can't display it. But because it would traumatize her. But I always say that I have the best Jim Jackson painting around, because Jim Jackson was such a raw, unfiltered, freaking like
no doubt.
enigma of a character that and this is such a departure from what he's typically
He said
paints.
gleaming butthole.
And that I just love it.
It is gleaming.
to
That
me,
butthole is a
Jackson,
clean
yeah.
butthole.
Glistening. He just used scope.
I don't think shit ever came out of that butthole. And that's how
something like that. Okay, all right. I'm leading the charge off into the ditch. I'm so sorry. Anyway, all right. Luke McHenry on the line. You rock, brother. Really appreciate the fact you were able to call in. What we're going to do, though, is bust away to a little bit of group. I think they're out of Colorado. Now, I don't know. I have to. Gentle Ivanhoe Death Skulls. And before we do
Gentle
that.
Ivanhoe Death Skulls?
Gentle Ivanhoe Death Skulls.
Wow.
So before we go to them,
that.
I want to talk a little bit about real quick because and Luke, stay on the line. The modern music movement is doing something new out there at the Veranda Live. They're having in Thornton Park a whole concert series, and that's super exciting. So I want to make sure I mention that it's the Veranda Live, done by the modern music movement. They're going to have a lot of cool acts out there, and I think I even saw Terry Binion, Plains versus Cult, and a bunch of other great local favorites right there in Thornton Park. Again, it's the JB Rev Show. It's the latter half of this episode dedicated to venerating Jim Jackson, honoring him. We'll be right back. Listen to Gentle Ivanhoe Death Skulls. All right, hang on the line, Luke. We'll be right back.
WJBW, Orlando, Florida. The first quasi-radio web show.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Hashtag Torchbearers Edition. It is the JB Rev Show. Welcome back to it. Tonight, we're dedicating the latter half of this episode, kind of impromptu, to the main man himself here, kind of the, sounding bell of Orlando, Jim Jackson. And we just spoke with Luke McHenry on the line right now.
Yep.
We've got a talented radio professional. You can hear him every Sunday morning on 104.1 Sunday morning coming down. It is a local legend himself, Mr. Joseph Martins. How the hell are you, brother? Thank you.
Hey.
I wish we were talking under better circumstances.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely.
I agree. We do want to kind of keep a relative, eye to the sky kind of sensibility, because that's the kind of guy Jim was.
Yeah.
Right?
He'd want to keep it up.
He had moments in confidence with his friends where he'd question his whole motives and understanding and this, he was real contemplative, but overall he put off a real shining light kind of a persona.
Yeah, absolutely. Jim was a beacon of positivity.
Yeah.
You never knew what to expect.
No doubt.
You were hanging out with him. You might, who knows what kind of trouble you could get into. But for whatever it was that you were doing with Jim, you're always sucked into being in the moment, because he was a person who really grabbed life by the balls. I think a lot of people out there listening can relate to this. I think almost everybody out there kind of thinks of themselves as a unique, one-of-a-kind person. And in a way,
right,
we all are. We're all like snowflakes. We are kind of truly one-of-a-kind. But when it came to Jim Jackson, he was truly a one-of-a-kind, truly a guy that was dangerous in all the right ways.
Yeah.
He was unpredictable in all the good ways. When he walked into a room, his swagger of big balls told you this was a force to be reckoned with.
No doubt. No doubt.
And the thing of it is that he had plenty of juice to back it up. He was an amazing artist, and though he would be probably intimidating to your average guy who would be holding his girlfriend a little bit closer when Jim walked in the room.
Yeah.
Jim was the kind of guy that would just, he could completely disarm you with his love and his unbridled passion for art, for life, for experiencing life. And who can't love that? When you meet him and he'd almost, his hugs were like almost an assault. He would take you into his arms and lift you off the ground. Whether you liked it or not, you were now a part of Jim's world. And who knows, what would ensue if you stuck around with a guy long enough in any one given evening. There's no telling what could happen, because he was truly unpredictable, because he was a genuine human being.
Remarkable.
And I think so many people can learn from that, because we're all trying too hard to stay within the lines.
Yeah.
We don't want to piss off our boss or our girlfriend or our wife or our parents or whatever it is. Jim didn't give a fuck.
Right.
No,
he just didn't care. And I mean that in the best ways, because we could all loosen up a little bit. And who knows what kind of person you would be if you didn't feel like you had to be somebody that you think somebody expects you to be.
Right.
No doubt.
He didn't have any of that luggage. He was just him. That was the beauty. And that was what I think inspired me and anybody that was blessed enough to get to know him and hang out with him, as I have over the years, meeting him. I don't even remember when I met him, but I know he's done probably at least 10 John Lennon tributes over the years and contributed his art. And
that was my to be frank, I mean, I first met Jim Jackson through Perigo in a Ormond Beach event, and then the next time I connected with him was actually through your event the Lennon tribute, which didn't necessarily happen this year. Or maybe we'll get to that. We'll hold your feet to the fire. But you know what I love about you, man, is that you're authentic to the line. You guys, you and your beautiful wife are traveling the country making music. You are doing it. You are the most torchbearerist motherfucker out
No
there.
doubt.
You know, breaking onto a YouTube stage to ask Bono if he could sing a song, and you know, and here we are almost 30 years later. So again, it's 104.1 every Sunday morning, Real Radio Sunday morning coming down. The host of it, the kind of the curator of those sounds of good old American roots music, Joseph Martins. But brother, you're going to be out at Southern Fine Sunday next weekend or the weekend after. They're doing their 12th year anniversary, and I think there's a Hindu Cowboys set up out there with you guys.
Yeah, it's you know, since Jesse and I came back from doing 3 summers in a row and a winter in Alaska. Actually, this last time we were in Alaska was 18 months. We came back to the Southeast with a plan to spend more time with my family, which the timing could not have been better because I don't want to get too far into it, but there's huge personal changes. My father just passed a week ago this past Saturday.
Wow.
So we've been spending a lot more time with my mom.
Yeah.
And since our attention and our energy has been focused more on family, we've been playing a lot less shows.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to say, though, that show on the 21st of January, Southern Sunday, is the first and probably the only Hindu Cowboy show that will be performing in Central Florida, which is by design, because we don't want to, on one hand, you know, we want to spend more time with our family here in Nashville, where I am right now.
Okay, yeah.
Actually, I'm in Gatlinburg, to be specific. We're over here visiting.
We got your longitude and latitude. That's okay. We got your GPS.
But anyway, we also just didn't want to like go back to playing hundreds of shows in the same 36 or so bars and venues, and we want them to be more special events. We are leaving. And so we'll come back and play the Hindu Cowboys show on the 21st.
That's great.
At Will's.
That's great.
And then we've got a handful of, like, Jesse and I are going to do a show, a Juno Smile show at the Imperial. What's the date on that, honey? Well, we'll have to look. She'll look it up on her phone maybe so I can tell you before I check out. But yeah, so we got like one Juno Smile show. She and I will be doing some solo stuff, and then we're leaving for Switzerland on the 15th. We're going to tour South Central Europe and mix that up with some shows. We're looking at playing in Ireland and then coming back through New York City to play Christian Kelty's opening of Joe's New York bar.
Remarkable.
Which is an off-Broadway version of the very acclaimed show that he's been doing over the years here in Orlando, both for Fringe and also independent of that. And if you guys don't know what Joe's New York Bar is, it's just a very simple concept where they've got a set of actors that are participating in a very loose ad-lib script or lack thereof.
Right.
And they let the storyline kind of metamorphosize with the audience, which is all their patrons are hanging out in the bar with these actors that are amongst them. And it just creates something original every time they do it. Well, a big production company up in New York City picked that up, and they're going to be doing a show. And I think Jesse and I, if our timing works out with our shows, when we're done in Europe, we'll be opening that show in New York City, and then back to the Southeast in April. And probably not spending a whole lot of time playing shows in Central Florida, but If we're all in Florida, we're trying to play places we've never played.
Yeah, that's smart. Well, congrats. I mean, that's a great lineup because, too, what I think is important, like you're saying, we're and has become painfully evident, with all of the loss of Orlando kind of legends and icons as of the past few years, is that everybody's temporary, right? And so I love the spirit of what you're doing, and you guys definitely have a very viable sound as far as, globally and being able to get into places. And that Joe's Christian Kelty's production, that is remarkable. That's incredible. You guys are a part of that. So, again, we're honored and privileged. I know we were going to try to tag up like a month or so ago and have you on, and that didn't work out. So I'm so glad we were able to connect with you guys.
Yeah.
While you kind of touched down there.
I just got to send Joseph. I had no idea, and I'm just over here, kind of my deepest condolences on your dad, bro.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So it's something you never know really how to share that. I actually just I put it out there when I did. He passed away a week ago this past Saturday. So it was the following day. I had Sunday morning coming down, and I was kicking around whether or not I was going to say anything. And but I thought about how much of a big influence he and my mother were on my earliest influences of music, even though I have to admit I kind of hated classic country as a child,
right?
Which I guess is typical for a kid to hate anything their parents like.
Exactly, that's your angst.
If you're lucky enough, maybe your parents had good taste, and eventually your taste mature, and mine did. And when I had my first heartbreak, and I went out and bought a box set of George Jones. Next thing I know, I'm embracing all sorts of classic country, and my taste really blew up. And that's when I realized, wow, all this goes back to the music that my dad, my mom was listening to, and then dragging me off to the Grand Ole Opry on a weekly basis, and all those things I had great appreciation for. So I made that show a tribute to him.
Wow.
And from there on, it was kind of public information, but I didn't go out and call or text my friends like you because I didn't really know what to say, and I figured when the time would come, we talk about it as we are now. It's still not quite. It's very surreal to me. The man made it to 90 years old,
right?
And we're still grieving. We're going to grieve for a long time. There's no replacing a person like that. Just like there's no replacing Jim and what he means to so many people in Orlando. When somebody lives their life to their fullest, they inspire us to want to do the same. And when they're gone, we all can't help but feel that our life and the world is not quite as beautiful as it seemed like when it was that they were there. But the fact of the matter is that what we saw in them was a reflection of what's inside of us.
No doubt.
And that's what I think Jim inspired in us. It's what my father inspired in me.
Right.
Is I realized that's inside of us, man, and you can always pull from it. So if there's somebody that you're grieving the loss of that person in your life, just feel blessed that they were there to bring that out. Because if you could see it in them, that means that it's inside of you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, amen to that.
Very well spoken,
Joseph
man.
Martin's on the line again. Ever persistent host of Sunday Morning coming down on Real Radio's WTKS every Sunday morning 9 a.m. Love you so much, brother. We got another call stacked up behind you to talk about the memorial they're doing out there at Austin's tonight. But the spirit of everything that your call represented tonight is beautiful, and you really laid it all out on the line.
Yeah,
so
thank you.
We're eternally grateful. And again, we're going to cut over to a little bit of a jubilant music. This is Worlds with Good Shit. The JB Rev Show. We'll be right back with a call with Dirt McCoy.
Thank you, guys.
WJBW Orlando, the very first quasi-radio web show.
Okay.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's definitely hashtag Torchbearers edition.
Yeah, it
Just
is.
got off the line with Joseph Martins, bearing his soul. Before that, spoke with Luke McHenry. Prior to that, Marcel Michner out of Berlin, Germany, which was awesome. And right now, we're so honored and happy to be joined by the man that's running the show over there at Austin's Coffee in Winter Park.
Yeah, how's that going tonight?
Yeah, it's Dirt McCoy
Dirt
on the
McCoy,
line.
what's going on,
Welcome,
man?
welcome, brother. How the hell you doing?
What's up, buddy?
Hey.
I'm doing all right.
Good. Well, we want to keep kind of a definite, positive, uplifting spirit. Jim was a super uplifting guy, whether, like Joseph just described, he literally, when he hugged you, lift you off the ground and or, metaphorically as well. But you constantly, you worked with us on the Morgan Steele thing. Unfortunately, a lot of these brilliant homegrown legends are being taken from us. And I don't know what it means, but it does mean that Orlando comes together and bonds together, and you're usually right there at the epicenter. So we appreciate you doing that. Yeah, jumping on the fucking loose ball and making sure these people get the well-deserving that they need.
Right, and that's really what it's about, man. Because I'll be the first one to tell you that when it came to the whole Morgan Steele thing, Morgan Steele was a very, very close friend of mine. Mm-hmm. Jim, I met through Morgan, and hung out many a times with Jim, and there's nothing you can say about when Jim walked into a room. He was volume 10, immediately the most fun person in the room, and constantly smiling. I mean, I don't remember ever seeing him in a bad mood. I don't remember seeing him less than, ready to just have a good time and make everybody in the room smile. And, and that was Jim. And I was just telling somebody a minute ago that the last time I did an event like this at Austin, I hosted the open mic here from like 2005 to 2009, something like that. And the only two times I've been back are tonight and the last time we did it for Morgan Steele.
Wow.
And when I did the Morgan Steele event, Jim Jackson came on stage and he said a few things about Morgan, and then it turned into all of these friends of Morgan saying, hey, Morgan Steele said one time you, and it turned into a question and answer where Jim was like this mythical creature that Morgan Steele had spun all these amazing tales about. And Jim turned it into a question and answer session. And, I think the one that was my favorite that says, Morgan said one time you walked across the street from your house butt naked and sat down at a diner and ordered yourself a meal and couldn't understand why they kicked you out. He says, yes, that did happen. Next question. It's that sort of thing. But, I want to just make sure I make it very clear that, the reason why I try to do these events and the reason why I try to bring people together like this is because, many times in my life I've been sitting at my house and thinking about friends of mine that have passed, and sitting by yourself is nowhere to be. I like getting everyone together. So and there's been some tears tonight, but there's also big groups of people standing around hugging each other and telling stories and laughing and talking about memories they've got with Jim, and that's what it's about, man. That's
exactly
this is a big
right.
community, and if there's anything we do better than anything else is we hold each other up.
And we bond together, And there's the Billy Maines mural going on right now, and GoFundMe for that. And we also want to say that, you're exactly right. Jim was a stand-up guy. He was taking care of his mom. And so the GoFundMe page that's out there.
You know what?
Well,
when
the GoFundMe.
Who?
Go ahead.
Oh, the GoFundMe
Jim's
page.
mom is here.
Yeah, the GoFundMe page that's out there for Jim's mom.
Yeah.
I say we should all really get behind and throw a ton of love that way, because he was helping support her. She's on disability, and there's stuff going on there in the family that we didn't understand how important Jim was at this exact moment. And so I think that'd be cool to kind of show a little bit of Orlando love in that regard.
Man. Absolutely. And I'll tell you this, man. When Jim's mom walked in tonight, I didn't even have to ask who she was.
Right.
Because now I know where Jim gets it from.
Right.
Wow.
The magnetic.
She walked in, proclaimed herself Queen Bee, took a seat by the door, and furniture was rearranged.
Nice.
And I said, immediately I knew, it was like, that's Jim Jackson's mom. She walks into the room just like Jim did. It's like, we're here to talk, we're here to hang out, whatever it is, but we're gonna have a good time doing it.
Yeah, there you go.
That's awesome.
On the line with Dirt McCoy, he's out there at Austin's Coffee House, and here's a great idea for you, brother. While you're seeing if you can wrangle that call for us, you should do Dirt McCoy's annual Dead Man's Party, and I'll tell you what it would be. At the end of the year, you play every musician's music that died. That year.
Not a bad idea.
And then after that, that, you play only dead musicians.
What's that?
I said after the ones that died that year, then you go into only other dead musicians. Right? Dead Man's Party. Yeah, so there you go.
I could see that.
You should do that. Anyway, all right. Dirt McCoy. All right, what are you doing out there? What's going on? Give me a latte. Audio latte.
I am trying to wrangle everybody up. Scott Ellis just showed up. Who else do we have here? We have, there's so many people. Jenny Ray is here. We have good friend of Jim's, Wyatt. He's here. Rick, Bloody Rick from the Bloody Jug Band.
What's
is
up,
here.
Rick Lane?
Jeffro out there?
Jeffro is here.
Yeah, he's going to give us a call a little later.
Is Kemper out there?
What's that?
Kemper? All right. Well, Tony lives right up the road there.
I haven't seen him yet.
All right.
But Jim's mother and sister are both here.
That's awesome.
Well, cool.
And what I'm basically just trying to do, Tuesday nights is normally open mic night at Austin, so there's some people that showed up with the guitars, and what I'm doing is I'm just kind of trying to play, the organizer here and make sure everybody who wants to get up and speak about Jim gets up to speak. And even the people who came up to play tonight, they want to, pay tribute to the evening and sort of just, give us some music to listen to while we talk about Jim. So, we're just trying to, Joe Cucci is here. He was the one who was living in Morgan's house after Morgan passed. Yeah. He was the one who was sort of setting up the estate and doing all the tours when people wanted to come in and see Morgan's house. So, we got a good group of people here.
That's awesome. So we got Dirk McCoy online. He's at Austin's Coffee House right now in Fairbanks in Winter Park for the Jim Jackson Memorial. And then, of course, Friday is going to be the funeral and whatnot. But once again,
the funeral,
right? And we also we don't forget we've got that GoFundMe page.
Well, you want to talk about that a little bit. So like we were saying, and Joseph kind of made us clear that gave us the cleaner line of sight there that Jim was helping his mom, very recently.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we're
now
we
need
to
all of that
see
if that can come together and
come
help.
up here and had cash donations, and I waited for the family to get here to see how they want to handle that. But if anybody just wants to come up here and make a donation, then by all means, come on up and anything helps.
Make it happen.
But first and foremost, like I said, we just want to make sure everybody gets a chance to say their words and honor everything Jim was.
No doubt. Well, without question, again, brother, we, love the fact that you're bearing the torch. You're making sure the light is shedding on the right important issues. And again, Jim was so important in Orlando. He was just such a huge force. So, anyway, all right. Well, I know you're doing two things at once. You're trying to run that venue. So we want to encourage people, go down to Austin Coffees. If you're listening to this now or in the future, Austin's is like, hey, we're not just for dead people anymore. We're for living people. Yeah. So, and that's really what it's all about, right? Is loving each other in the moment. And if Jim taught anybody anything, it's appreciate the motherfucker you're front of at the fucking moment. And and that's what we do every single week here on the show. We show love to the people that we talk with. We want to encourage and bolster what they're doing. So at any rate, Dirt McCoy out there at Austin's Coffee, you rock, brother. Appreciate the fact you were able to do that. We got
Dirk.
I got to get rolling, but by all means, man, anybody who wants to come on down, man. Handshakes and hugs and face to face.
Absolutely.
We just want to be in a big room full of people who who love Jim Jackson, and that's what we're here for right now.
Right on. Thanks for taking the time out. All right, take care.
Great.
Right, have a good night. Bye.
Thank you, brother. All right, Dirt, out there, Austin's Coffee.
Yep.
It's the JB Reb Show. We're honoring a legend, Jim Jackson. We'll be back. We're going to open the phone lines, 407-906-9328. Jeff Rowe, yep. You're first there, buddy. Hang tight. Okay. Enjoy some Fat Night. We'll be right back.
Doing the best I can. something mutated when I was created, because the two of you don't share one selfish sound. Loving and lusting and thorough jaw brushing, you never knew your boy was raised so well. Saturday AM, you wake up, volunteer all over town. Saturday PM, I rise up from my coffin in the ground. If actions speak louder, then I'll hardly make a sound. Stay up out for just enough so as not to drown.
Most I could ever hope to do is follow the model set by you.
I don't wanna waste your time.
Most I could ever hope to do is follow the model set by you.
Maybe wanna be, maybe wanna be, maybe wanna be an
honest man, honest man,
doing the best I can,
honest man, honest man,
doing the best I can. Don't care much for karma, don't believe in the promised land. What's it gonna take to make me an honest man? Wondering how the hell I ever got a hold of you. We stayed high, maybe that's why you stayed so long. Overtaken by complacency as boredom took on you. I stayed oblivious until you were already gone. Moving is hard, but stagnation is harder. I can no longer be a burden, can create no more martyrs. I need a light, cause I'm no self-starter. Hope I figure it out before I'm someone's father.
most I could ever hope to be is that to you what you were to me.
To your life what you were to mine.
Most I could ever hope to be is that to you what you were to me.
Maybe wanna be, maybe wanna be, maybe wanna be an
honest man, honest man,
the best I can,
honest man, honest man,
the best I can. Don't care much for karma, don't believe in the promised land. What's it gonna take to make me an honest man?
honesty,
I'm an honest man,
hardworking man,
hardworking man,
loving man,
good loving man.
hardworking man,
Tell me what's it gonna take to make me? I'm an honest man,
loving man,
good loving man,
hardworking man,
hardworking man,
loving man,
good loving man.
honest
I'm
man,
an honest man,
loving man,
good loving man,
hardworking man,
hardworking man, good loving. Good loving man, doing the best I can. Man, doing the best I can. Man, doing the best I can. Doing the best I can, the best I can. Doing the best I can, the best I can. Doing the best I can, the best I can. Don't care much for karma, don't believe in the promised land. What's it gonna take to make me an honest man?
The JB Web Show is great. The JB Web Show is great. Shakit. The JB Web Show is great.
The JB Web Show is great.
The JB Web Show is crazy. I love it.
The JB Web Show is so original.
The JB Web Show is crazy. I love it. The JB Web Show is for everyone.
The JB Rev Show is for everyone.
Everybody.
And
JB Rev Show.
proof of that. Yeah. That is what we do here. We make sure we talk with talented people every single week, shine a little light on what they're doing. And this week, one of our beloved brothers has passed away, Jim Jackson. And so we open up the phone lines after speaking with Luke McHenry, Joseph Martins, and Dirt McCoy, who's out there at Austin's Coffee. And right now on our line is our good buddy and friend of the show, and also kind of existential reporter, as it were, from time to time, Jeff Rowe Rapp. How the hell are you doing?
What's going on, Jeff Rowe?
What's up?
Oh, man, I'm doing good. I'm just working at the anime right now. We're just setting up stage for the Marvel comic thing.
Yeah. Oh, cool. That'll be fun and exciting. All right. So, you know, definitely we want to, you know, kind of get the ability out there for people to talk and, you know, listen, you know, about Jim Jackson, because some people may have only scantily knew him, you know, maybe they only, you know, knew him very well, perhaps. So, you know, on that side, like you were saying, you know, Jim definitely was kind of like more like family with you, and you guys were pretty tight. So give us kind of the, you know, a little 5,000 foot view.
Oh man, he's so intense. You know, he's always like on you, look you in the eye, and you know he'll tell you exactly how he feels.
Yeah,
and it's kind of like tough love with him sometimes, but he means good. And he's a wild and crazy guy. Me and him have had tons of fun together. But most importantly, he's a guy that believes in, like, you know, achieving goals that you want to in life, because he influenced me a lot. You know, me and him are kind of like cosmic brothers, and he just, you know, we had some unfinished business, you know, and I fucking so, you know, I think we still needed. I don't think it should have, but you know, there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah,
He's gone on
yeah.
to the higher
Circumstances
plane.
beyond everybody's control. Yeah.
Yeah, but he'd do anything for anybody, even a total stranger, if you felt like you needed it. And that's like, it inspired me to, like, you know, he came up to me one time and he was like, he's like, you know, you can be a smart ass and you can be like I am, but you can be a nice one. Instead of being mean, smart ass, you can be a nice one. And you get further that way.
Right.
Absolutely.
Amen. Yeah, yeah.
But you can still be yourself, and you can still tell someone like it is.
You can still have your fucking opinion, but don't be a dirtbag.
Well,
about
I
it
gotta
or-
say, man, Jeffro, because you know I've got a very we all have a very special bond with Jim, but I mean I've had very intense moments with him where you know we've gotten in each other's face, and one thing that he told me like a lot is he's like, Jerry, I love you so much because you're just like me. You're an asshole, but you're an asshole in the best kind of way. And I was like, you know, it's very true. And like Dirt was saying, he's never saw him, you know, not smiling. You know, I've seen Jim not smiling several times.
I've seen Jim really upset.
Yeah,
but, you know, but it's just like when he's happy, he's got a really tense anger too. But he usually like just goes by himself. He'll get mad. What I remember anyway, he'd get mad, but then he would go and digress by himself after. He went just like it would never come to fisticuffs. Of course, I know there was a couple times maybe it did with a few people. Him and Morgan were intense together, man.
Oh my God, yeah, I've seen the two of them go at it. And like, you know, they didn't punch each other, but I remember one time they were grabbing each other by the throat.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, I mean, and and now they're both probably.
He was such an original guy. When he came in studio here, he told me about this one time. Like, he took acid and got in a car accident, or took mushrooms, or some crazy ass shit. He was running around naked. I don't even know if that's right. But anyway, on the line, Jeff Rowe Rapp.
He's done that a few times.
Jeff Rowe Rapp, dude. You rock, buddy.
Yeah, you do, man.
What I wanted to do too, and if you want to stay on the line with us, is play a little bit of this video that was produced by this producer from Poland. And he really got Jim's essence at Lake Eola. And when Jim first did this,
the tips.
I was getting to know, the 5 things, and it's just Jim talking. So stay on the line with us. I'm going to roll into that.
Do you have a minute with us, Jeffro? Because he is at work right now.
Oh, he is?
Yeah. That's what.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can say a couple more minutes.
5 pieces of advice.
Fuck it, you
The
know?
place was changing.
All right, 5 pieces of
My
advice.
name is Jim Jackson. I'm a professional artist. But more than that, I'm a soldier of love, and that's my real job. Don't let fear and doubt rob you of your dreams. Because fear and doubt will rob you of your dreams, and you'll be laying on your deathbed crying like a baby, wishing you could go back and live your life over again and do the things that you know damn well you wanted to do, but we're too afraid to do them. Follow your heart because it guides you. It's your spiritual compass. Your heart is your spiritual compass that guides you to where you are supposed to go. And that can be even down a bad road. I've been down bad roads, and my spiritual compass pushed me there so that I could be here right now in front of you. You know when your heart's talking to you because there's no denying it. It's actually easier to not listen to it than it is. So third one is don't doubt yourself. Well, if I do this, if I leave this job, then I won't be able to blah, 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 blah. Next thing you know, they're on their deathbed crying like a baby because they didn't take that chance.
Cry like a baby.
Doubt robbed them of their freaking dreams. Be honest with yourself. Therefore, you can be honest with everyone else. Nothing bad can come from being honest. But nothing but bad can come from being dishonest. If you want a crappy life, be dishonest. If you want a good life, be honest with yourself and everyone around you. You have to be so honest that you're willing to freaking die. Your honesty level has to be so high. Your commitment level to honesty and integrity has to be so high that you'd rather die than to go through life being a person of low integrity and low honesty.
Damn! All right, so I'm going to stop that right there. We'll come back to that in a little bit. That is rock solid Jim Jackson, right? And that showed in his artwork. It was superlative. It was disciplined. It was mastered, and it's all during this casual, engagement of honesty, as he describes it, with you kind of bearing his soul. So,
he had to be honest with himself to get there. He has visions in his head, and he just keeps working it out until he can throw it out through his hands. Everything else, that's incredible. Jim the philosopher, man, and the teacher, the preacher, the lover, man. My dad was a preacher just like him, but Jim is intense, man. He knows a lot of stuff, man. Jim taught me a lot, man.
Yeah,
I'm glad I heard that.
Great friend of the show out there, Jeffro Rapp.
That's how he used to talk to me in person. Sometimes if we weren't all fucked up, But, love that guy. I'm fucking oh man. I know. I went to go visit a lot of friends last night. We were over at Chris Bishop's, and then we went to the Hideaway. And I've seen so many people that know him, and so many people broken up about this. And we're all just trying to remember, share our stories, try to remember and keep his spirit alive. No doubt. Keep remembering the good that he's brought to Orlando, not just Orlando, but around the world, man. Yeah. He's worldly, man, not just here in Central Florida. He's known all around, man. He's done work everywhere. So fucking great, man. Yeah. But I'm rambling. But
hey, Jeffro, man, we're talking to Jeffro Rapp. Thanks for coming on with us. We know you're busy over there at Amway, setting up the Marvel show. Dude,
Thank you,
you're gonna go down to Austin's, and I'm sure we're gonna see you Friday at the funeral.
Yeah. I'm gonna be there. Action Jackson. He told me there's Action Jackson, and you tell him how you feel, and he has a reaction Jackson.
Action Jackson and Reaction Jackson. Okay, all right. Great friend of the show, Jeffro Rapp. Appreciate you being able to kind of sound off on this edition. Again, a lot of great focus on the fact we lost a beloved friend and loved one and truly talented artist in Jim Jackson. So right now, let's cut over to a little bit of White Trash Whiplash. Well, that's how I roll. It's the JB Rev Show. Hang on the line there, Jeffro. We'll be right back.
I got 100 in my pocket and a girl on my hip. We're headed to a party and we're gonna let it rip. All the kids are waiting just to see what I will wear. What color is my jacket? How cool is my hair? That's how I roll. That's how I roll. down, the moon is out, the night is getting hot. All the girls love me, wanna give me what they got, and that's how I roll. That's how I roll. My wallet's always full, man. That's how I roll. 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 Well, I left that carnival, man. That's how I roll. That's how I roll. Pocket and a girl on my hip. We're headed to a party and we're gonna let it rip. All the kids are waiting just to see what I will wear. What color is my jacket? How cool is my hair? That's how I roll. That's how I roll. Well, I never pay a toll, man. That's how I roll. I'm never bored. That's how I roll. 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 My wallet's always full, man. That's how I roll. That's how I roll. And I'm hung down like a bull. That's how I roll.
Yo, 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 yo.
WJBW.
You don't want the electronics are so predominant that people would really prefer that.
Hey, what's up, JB Webb? Welcome back. Hashtag Torchbearers Edition. Shine a motherfucking light wherever you can.
Totally.
Because it really makes a difference. And as showcased in this episode, the life of Jim Jackson, shining a light, showing us how, you can live kind of brutally honest, maybe it is at times. And, is it a reaction of the president that we have right now that's kind of this obtuse, brutally Angus left anal stone hashtag
anal stone.
I don't know. He's one of the Infinity Stones. It's the coveted anal stone. I think we talked about that before. Hashtag anal stone. There you go. All right. It's our reverence to Jim Jackson, but you wanted to kind of talk a little bit, say your piece, maybe, we could do a little news after that and kind of close out our session. Phone lines are open, 407-906-93.
Do news tonight? I think we should just leave it as a proper,
I got a couple stories, that's all.
Do you? Just a couple stories. So,
the loss of Jim Jackson. Do you want to pontificate over there?
You know, I found out Sunday like the rest of us did.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was kind of in the middle of a Sunday fun day with my wife, and we're just at home enjoying our house.
Right.
And
it's like you couldn't believe it was true.
Yeah.
Like you
and then
guess that shit.
Yeah. And so, you know, I eventually went to bed and, you know, obviously very upset, you know. And so the next morning I get up, which was Monday morning, and went to work. And I had an appointment at 8 o'clock, went to the first appointment, and the lady was like, how you doing? And I was just like, yeah, I couldn't even really answer her. And she was like, but she was like, are you okay? And I'm like, no, I don't think I am okay. And she's like, you should maybe go home. And I'm like, yeah, okay. So I had to go back to the office and basically tell them I had to go home. And I was a mess. I really couldn't work. I mean, it was just Monday was really hard for me.
Rough.
Because I mean Sunday was rough too.
Yeah,
but Monday waking up,
it was like
and,
I can't even digest it. Like
yeah,
I don't think I have
just like,
either myself.
But what really did it for me though is I already wasn't feeling well, and then I look on Facebook and Thomas Wynn had posted a picture of me, Jim, Thomas, and Tony, and I was just like I lost it. And it was really tough. And I love Jim Jackson. He's everybody says that he's my brother, my soul brother, and everybody has a great story to tell about him. But I mean, he was just told it like it was, and he didn't give a fuck. And that's what I really appreciate about him the most is he didn't fuck around. So yeah. He's going to be missed, and I don't want to... I'm going to keep this positive. Why you keep messing with that and messing with my mic?
I'm trying to get my little board.
Why? We don't need any
here.
sounds over there.
Okay.
How about... Oh, you need that for your little breaking news battle. You turned off my organ over here a long time ago.
Okay,
yeah,
back.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay,
you're back over there. You want that breaking news badly on WJB Rev Show.
And there was the Seinfeld. Baby Rag. So what I thought you had these stories all lined up. How about my what I sent you and the Revlin's Revelation? Huh? Well, we gonna miss that too?
Where is it, bro?
Yeah,
you never sent it to me.
Dude, I
over
sent
there,
it. It's,
Dementia Dan.
Check your
Come on,
messenger.
Dude.
On Facebook.
I do not see it, my man.
I can.
I do not see it.
Okay. I see right here.
Okay.
And you're all like, oh,
where is it? Oh, you never sent it. All right, so now send it. Okay. So send it now. Nope. Send
it's
it.
there. I'm going to show you.
Last message I have from you is me talking to you saying, no, it's good.
Look.
On Facebook.
Right here.
Messenger. Facebook? Grandpa, are you on
right,
Facebook?
Yeah, that is...
I don't know what to tell you.
That's
it
Facebook.
has yellow writing down there. What does the yellow writing say?
It means
no. It means
you can't reply.
You're trying to buy
the conversation.
A prescription drug over the counter is what it seems like.
Why
okay,
are you making me
you
feel
didn't
like
send it. What is the name? Oh, just give me the name.
So
I'll
go on.
search it.
Go on Spotify.
Okay.
All right, here. I'll
Okay,
resend
Spotify.
It.
Okay. All right. Don't worry about it. Let me just go bring up Spotify. Okay. Stop over there.
Spotify.
Grandpa.
And you want to bring up Kalamata, which is spelled Kalamata. Kalamata.
Okay, I like that.
Pull it up.
There's a Kalamina drive.
Dude, we've talked about this. Are you pulling it up? You're looking at me.
Hold on, man.
I'm waiting for it again.
I'm waiting for the 1980s internet, which is only going to get worse with net neutrality.
Is that going to happen? You think?
I don't know. But knowing the greedy motherfuckers that people are, they want to try to make more out of something. So Kala.
I'm sending it. I'm resending it right now.
Bro, just tell me how to spell it.
And there it goes. It says message sent.
K.
Oh, look what you got there.
L-A.
Is that my message?
Come on, man. But I'm opening it here. Kalamata.
Yeah, you can go on your messenger and click on the button, and you don't have to spell it.
I'm on the fucking computer over here.
Okay, it's Kalamata.
All right, Kalamata. I'm on the page.
And now go to
computer.
the song "The."
Fucking
It's about the 8th track down because the name of the tracks is. Is this it? So wait, I want to talk about it. Or are you just going to go right into it?
I'm going right into it.
All right, then. Here we go. This is
we'll
Kalamata
talk about it
with
after.
Duh.
All right, talk about it after.
Yeah, that's right. You're listening to the JB Rap Show. That was Kalamata. That track is called The. Now, that comes off an album, and the reason I picked this is because I actually turned Jim onto this.
Crazy as hell.
And
so it ties into everything.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
it does.
Okay.
I had a moment with him in my car after we got a new car a year ago. It's not so new now. But I had a moment in the car, and I was able to share this with him. This album came out in last year, 2017.
Okay.
And like I said, the name of this song is The. But there's 8 tracks on this album, which is the song. The first song's called My. The second track's called Erection.
Okay.
The third one is Shows. Mm-hmm. Then Me, The Direction.
Okay.
So it's and so My Erection, Shows is one song.
Shows
you know,
Me the Direction.
The Direction, and so that was The. That we were listening to.
But it's always go forward. Anyway,
I shared that with Jim, and he just thought that was the coolest fucking thing he'd ever heard. And these guys are out of Germany, and it's psychedelic rock, and
That's cool.
he's all about.
So they're out of Germany. So you even further crocheted
with
talking
Talking to Berlin,
with the
like
revelation.
And every track on this album is completely instrumental. So there's no singing on it at all. So yeah. There's that. So that's the revelation. So, Reverend's revelation. So
really
be sure
good.
to put that on the thing, and it's a tribute to Jim. So there you have it. All right. So what you got? We're gonna do breaking news badly.
A couple of news stories. Breaking news badly. You've got my support there, don't you? Yeah. Look at you. Okay. All right. It's a little too.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Turn that down there. Chinese satellite to crash into Earth.
Chinese satellite.
Okay, hold on. Chinese satellite. Express.co.uk.
It's so racist, dude.
Chinese satellite to crash into Earth in March. And these are the chances it could hit you. So apparently there's a defunct Chinese satellite in the atmosphere.
Right now?
They've lost control of it.
Who has?
And now it's going to free float
China?
and fall into the Earth in some
And it probably hit America.
disembodied manner.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
It's going to fall and it's going to hit.
It's going to fall in the sky
Cocoa
and
Beach.
break apart in random parts. Anyway, the article goes on to theorize that it could hit you somewhere where you're at.
Hey,
Or
I got a
just
story
go in
for
the
you.
ocean.
Breaking news badly.
Okay. Yeah.
Out of Cocoa Beach, Cape Canaveral, actually. The Holy Ship. Have you heard about the Holy Ship, which is an EDM cruise that leaves out of Cape Canaveral? Has a lot of big DJs. Well, they did a little search with dogs, and they arrested 24 people from all over the country.
Oh, yeah, I did hear about that, actually.
And, I mean, I'm
Yeah,
talking
so-
can you imagine? I was looking at the mugshots because they posted in the report all the mugshots of the people that were arrested. And, dude, these people are from, like, California, Wisconsin, just, like, all over the country. And they flew in for this special cruise, paid for the cruise, obviously, which was $1,800.
Okay.
And then they ended up spending the weekend in jail. Wow. And not going on the cruise and losing all that money, their flight, all that crap. Man, could you imagine?
No,
I mean,
I
that was
couldn't.
just like, I mean, wow.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
It's a big loss.
So that's my breaking
ultimately.
news badly.
But so you share that story. And I know not even related to that.
They're not
I got
brother
another
and
one
sister?
for you. WashingtonPost.com.
Oh, that's a credible source right there.
I don't even know how some Oregonians panic about the new self-service gas law.
Oh, yeah. Because,
have you heard about this?
I have.
Okay.
Because
You heard
in
about
Oregon,
this? You heard about
you
this?
cannot pump your own gas.
Yeah, but
you have
I
to
think
have a
it's in the
attendant.
metropolitan areas. In the rural, you can. I think in the rural, you can. So I don't know if it's affecting just the rural.
So in Portland,
Anyway.
which is where me and my wife
One of
flew
the
in for
highly
our
dense
honeymoon.
areas with-
I love you, honey.
What?
I said where me and my wife flew in for our honeymoon. We flew into Portland, and
see that?
we rented a Corvette actually, and we drove from Portland to San Francisco.
Interesting.
Down the PCH and whatnot. But in Portland, dude, not only could we not pump our own gas,
You couldn't pump your own wife.
What?
What?
What does that mean?
You couldn't bump your own wife. Are you admitting that on air?
No.
In the confines of a public show that we do? No. Is that what you're saying? That's not what you're saying. All right. Anyway, I'm embarrassing you. I know. I'm so sorry. Sad really... Seinfeld over there. I apologize. Okay. I'm so sorry, sad Seinfeld. Oh, don't get sad. Oh, come on. Cheer up. It's better when you're happy.
Yeah, when you're happy and you know it.
Well, anyway, that's, I guess,
like
the
my
point
balls.
of this whole...
Ooh, you are happy over there, aren't you?
That's the whole point
Look
of
at my
this...
balls.
Yeah, that's the whole point of this show.
Happy JB.
Obviously, I'm talking.
Ball licking.
And not ball licking. I am totally not ball licking. 13 sounds that will transport you back to 1999.
Oh, I know.
You want to try to hear?
Eatonville? Hey. Oh, AOL.
Coming soon to own on video and DVD.
Hi, Face here. Nick Jr. is gonna be right back.
Did I do that?
Oh, yeah.
Monday morning, wake up time, get to work and stand in line. What would make a show you mine?
Ricky Lake, Friends.
How you doing? Hey, what about
Full House? Mario, whatever.
Welcome.
There you go.
You've got mail.
You've got mail.
Call me now for your free tarot reading.
Call me now. Call me now. Remember her? Oh my God. Call me now for
dead.
your free tarot reading.
And in jail.
Is she? For real?
After she died, they put her corpse in jail.
What?
What about
After she died, they put her corpse in jail? Is that what you just said?
Remember the frogs? The Budweiser frogs?
Oh, my God.
And what about Spuds McKenzie?
Yeah.
Hey. Yeah, I'll take you back.
I remember that, some Spuds McKenzie.
Do you remember Showbiz?
Showbiz piece of shirt.
Yeah.
Feeding cows seaweed could save the earth. There you go. That's a Facebook video I saw.
Remember my dick in your butt?
Nope. I have no.
It just happened a few minutes ago.
No,
You
it
don't
never
remember.
happened,
You
buddy.
try to erase that
You're
from
just
your memory.
crazy.
You crazy.
All right. Here's a fun video, and then we'll close the hell out of here.
Yeah. We should have closed out.
Kevin McAllister still
How about this,
traumatized
It's Christmas time.
from being
It's fucking Christmas.
left home
And
alone.
your whole family, right, goes on vacation. Whole family. And they forget their 8-year-old fucking son. Their 8-year-old son. All by yourself in the house for a week.
What?
And I'm
Who
really
does
sorry,
that?
man. I did not mean to.
Yeah, do that today,
my house.
right?
You're a psychopath.
Leave him in the car.
Invaders.
Yeah, leave him in the car with the windows up in here.
Yeah,
You're
for like
doomed.
this.
I mean, I still have nightmares about, like, this bald weirdo dude chasing me around, talking like Yosemite Sam. I'm gonna pull your fingernails out. I'm gonna get you, you little scam. They don't even curse. Calling me, like, louse and shit like that. It's...
Wow.
I don't even know.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I understand.
They remembered my bastard of a brother, you know? But they forget me.
What are we listening to?
The cutest fucking
What is this?
8-year-old in the universe.
Yeah. Hey, wait. I had a song play.
Polka's Hottest, POCASHOTTEST.com.
I got a song.
ShannonHoltArt.com.
Kush Ultra Lounge. We didn't even talk about that.
Dank Orlando City Smoke Shop. Modern Music Movement with Veranda Live. That's a new endeavor they're doing. And again, infotainment.com for your radio upgrade needs. I am JB Webb. That's the Reverend over
What
there.
up?
Peace and love.
Hey, man, I got
Jim
a song.
Jackson for real. Jim Jackson for real, baby.
Yeah,
That's
baby.
what we're doing. Okay.
Love us up, Jimmy.
Oh, my God.
I hear.
Anyway, thank you all for helping us keep
close out with this song.
the hashtag Torchbearer edition going.
I made this song
You're
with
not
my...
going to close out with no
Yeah,
song.
I am. I'm going to play
Come on,
this.
man. We're already way
Man,
too loud. Come on, dude.
Man. 9:13. I hung out this song.
Dude, I'm not going to play it like that. Why don't you
Oh,
plug into
yeah.
the system?
All right. Shit, I'll
He's
plug
just a
into
big
the system.
bumbling motherfucking
Hey,
mess.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
You
my
know how-
God. You know how I do. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
So
Here we go.
you should be here.
Yeah,
All right,
that should
so
be it right here. Oh, it's chopping broccoli. Hold on, it comes in.
Jerry goes, I wanna
Yeah, that sounds so good, does it?
Oh,
And see,
my
that's
God.
why if you would let me,
What
here,
is that?
when it goes like this, it sounds much better. Check this out.
I don't
Well,
like
I'm
it.
telling you. Watch. When I was playing it earlier,
I just don't like it.
I'm telling you. Watch it.
Okay, see, but you're okay. You're MC. You're
That's right.
creating a little shadow box for the sound.
Well, that's
okay.
how.
All right, let's get out of this episode.
It's kind of like. It's kind of like.
Jerry goes, I wanna Jerry goes,
That's horrible, dude. Stop it. Come on. Come on.
Man,
Cut that
that's
shit.
so funny, dude.
Just cut that
I
shit.
love that.
Oh.
Man, this is a good show tonight. It was Jim Jackson. Man, I'll see you. I'll see y'all. Right?
No doubt.
It was a good show,
No
man.
doubt. We'll see him. We'll see him again.
Yeah, you know.
All right. So, in the spirit of hashtag Torch Medicine, you got to do what you got to do.
Do it.
How is that shit still up? And I don't
Man.
have nothing. I don't have nothing. Okay. All right. Okay.
You've got mail.
You don't have nothing.
Yeah, bud. Why?
Okay. All right, we'll see you next week. We're trying to line stuff up, but we had to
What's
bump
that?
Beth's Burgers. We do want to talk about Beth's
Oh,
Burgers.
yeah,
real
she
quick.
didn't call,
Real
right?
delightful. No, we're bumping it to a later
Bump it
episode,
up.
apparently.
Bump it
So,
up
but in the meanwhile, we do
broccoli.
encourage you to go check out Beth's Burgers, a badass burger at affordable
Looking back
prices.
at you.
Delicious and a great vibe
Chop
at that
broccoli.
place. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
All right, there goes that guy. All right.
Hey, it was good tonight, man. Had a good time. JB Rev Show. What?
WJBW, Orlando, Florida. The first quasi-radio web show.
Wow. Yeah.